The unseen hunter, a prelude in stillness. I wait, I breathe, I do not move. You do not see me. You think I am a leaf, swaying gently in a breeze that does not exist. You think I am a twig, a dry and lifeless piece of the branch upon which I stand. I am not. I am a hunter. The world around me buzzes with hurried life, a frantic dance of wings and legs, but here, in my small patch of green, there is only a profound and deliberate stillness. My form is a patient sculpture, a living promise of sudden, inescapable violence. The air itself seems to hold its breath in anticipation of the moment that is to come. My purpose is singular and ancient. It is a purpose etched into my very being, passed down through countless generations of silent stalkers. I am the culmination of millennia of refinement, a perfect instrument of predation. My thoughts, if you could call them that, are not of the past or the future, but of this exact suspended moment. Every fibre of my being is focused on the space directly before me, a kill zone defined by the reach of my powerful front limbs. The slightest flicker of movement, the faintest vibration, registers with an intensity you could never comprehend. The anatomy of a predator. A body built for the hunt. The body of the mantis is a marvel of functional design, a testament to nature's ingenuity. My torso is long and slender, allowing me to stretch and reach across gaps in the foliage, extending my hunting ground without revealing my position. It is this elongated form that so often leads to misidentification, a stick-like appearance that fools both prey and predator alike. My middle pair of legs are built for stability and slow, deliberate movement. My hind pair of legs are built for stability and slow, deliberate movement. They anchor me to a branch, they anchor me to a leaf, providing a solid foundation from which I can launch my devastatingly swift attack. They are the roots that hold the striking flower in place. My front legs, however, are entirely different. They are not for walking, but for seizing. People see them folded neatly before me and call me a praying mantis, a name born of human sentiment. But there is no prayer here. These limbs are folded in readiness, like a spring coiled to its absolute limit. The inner edges are lined with rows of sharp, unforgiving spines that interlock perfectly. When these legs snap forward, faster than the human eye can truly register, they form an inescapable cage. The spines pierce and hold, ensuring that once a creature is caught, there is no struggle, only submission. A world through compound eyes, the sensory realm. My vision is my greatest asset. My two large compound eyes dominate my triangular head, each one a complex mosaic of thousands of individual lenses. They do not see the world as you do, with a single unified focus. Instead, they create a rich tapestry of information, exquisitely sensitive to the slightest hint of motion. This is not a world of static objects, but a flowing river of movement. A leaf trembling in the wind is one kind of signal. The deliberate, jerky walk of a cricket is another. I can discern these patterns with an innate understanding, separating the rhythm of nature from the signature of prey. These large eyes are set far apart, granting me a remarkable advantage, stereoscopic vision. Just as your two eyes allow you to perceive depth, my wide-set eyes allow me to triangulate the position of an object with astonishing precision. I can judge the exact distance to a fly hovering mid-air, calculating the precise arc and speed needed for a successful strike. It is the secret behind my unerring accuracy, the reason my strike so rarely misses its mark. I do not guess. I know exactly where my target is. Beyond the two large eyes, I possess three smaller, simpler eyes on the top of my head, arranged in a triangle. These ocelli do not form images, but are profoundly sensitive to changes in light. They act as my light meter, helping me to detect the shifting shadows of an approaching bird or the fading light of dusk. At night, my eyes adapt, gathering the faint light of the moon and the faint light of the stars to continue my silent vigil for nocturnal insects, like moths. But I do not rely on sight alone. My entire body is a sensory organ. My antennae, long and delicate, constantly taste the air, constantly feel the air, detecting chemical signals and sensing faint air currents that betray the presence of others. Tiny, hair-like sensors on my legs and body, called mechanoreceptors, pick up the most subtle vibrations. The art of the ambush. Patience and precision. The hunt is a masterclass in patience. I do not chase my prey, I let it come to me. My method is the ambush, a strategy that conserves precious energy and minimizes risk. I will select a promising location, often near a flower that is attracting pollinators along a path frequented by other insects. Once in position, I enter a state of profound stillness, a meditative trance where time slows. Hours can pass in this state of suspended animation. My breathing is shallow, my movements non-existent. I have become part of the plant. This stillness is an active, calculated strategy. The green of a leaf, the brown of a twig, the vibrant colour of a flower petal is my greatest ally. I blend so perfectly into my surroundings that I become invisible to the casual glance. An unsuspecting cricket may scurry past my feet. A curious fly might land on my very back. Absolute immobility lets me get close to my quarry. The illusion is complete. The prey walks into the trap. When the moment arrives, it is a symphony of speed and precision. As the target enters my strike zone, a switch is flipped within me. Centuries of patient waiting are unleashed in a fraction of a second. My front legs, those powerful raptorial limbs, explode forward with astonishing velocity, a strike in as little as 50 milliseconds. It is a movement so fast it's a blur. The spines on my legs close like a vice, securing the insect. The wait is over. The strike is absolute. Once the prey is secured, feeding begins with methodical efficiency. I typically consume the head first, neutralizing the insect quickly. Then I devour the rest, piece by piece. My powerful mandibles make short work of exoskeletons. I eat quickly. During a meal, I am vulnerable. My life began not as a hunter, but as one of hundreds of tiny, dormant possibilities encased within a protective structure. After mating, my mother produced a frothy substance, which she carefully deposited onto a twig or a sturdy stem. This substance, called an udhika, hardened into a light, styrofoam-like case, shielding her eggs from the harsh winter cold and the prying beaks of hungry birds. Inside this remarkable fortress, my siblings and I slept through the changing seasons, waiting for the warmth of spring to signal our time to emerge. When the spring sun finally warmed the earth, a great emergence took place. Hundreds of us, tiny pale nymphs, wriggled our way out of the udhika and descended on silken threads. We were miniature versions of our parents, but without wings and with an insatiable hunger. From the moment we were free, we were hunters, though our prey was appropriately small, aphids, gnats, and other minuscule insects. But we were also the hunted. This new world was fraught with peril, and many of my siblings were quickly consumed by spiders, birds, and even each other. Growth requires a series of transformations. My exoskeleton cannot grow. Therefore, to get bigger, I must shed it. This process, known as molting or ecdesis, is a vulnerable and arduous affair. I will repeat this process several times. With each successive molt, I grow larger and my features become more defined. Small wing buds appear on my back, growing with each shed, until, after my final molt, I emerge as a fully formed adult. My wings are now functional, my body has reached its full size, and my purpose shifts. The journey from a tiny nymph to a mature winged predator is complete. As an adult, a new instinct takes hold, one as powerful as the drive to hunt, the need to mate. Finding a partner is a delicate and dangerous affair, particularly for the male. He is almost always smaller and lighter than the female, a necessary adaptation for flight and agility as he seeks her out. He may follow her pheromone trail for a great distance, a chemical scent she releases into the air. When he finds her, he must approach with the utmost caution. Her predatory instincts are just as sharp as his, and a wrong move could easily cause her to mistake him for a meal rather than a mate. The male's courtship is a dance of incredible risk. He will stalk her with the same stealth he uses to hunt, moving slowly, freezing when she turns her head. He might perform a subtle, rhythmic dance, swaying side to side, a visual signal to pacify her and announce his intentions. His approach can take hours, a nerve-wracking advance that culminates in a sudden, daring leap onto her back. If he is successful, he will align himself and begin the process of transferring his genetic material, a quiet act that ensures the continuation of our kind. The reputation for sexual cannibalism that surrounds my kind is famous and not entirely unfounded. In some species, and under certain conditions, the larger female will turn her head and begin to consume the male, sometimes even during the act of mating itself. This may seem gruesome to you, but from a biological standpoint, it is a practical matter. The male provides her with a nutrient-rich meal, a vital source of protein that will help fuel the development of her eggs. However, this dramatic end is not inevitable. In many encounters, especially in the wild, where the male has room to make a swift escape, he survives the encounter. After mating is complete, he will dismount with great speed and fly away, ready to seek another mate. The female, now fertilized, will focus her energy on finding enough food to nourish the hundreds of eggs developing inside her. Soon she will find a suitable spot to deposit her ootheca, the precious vessel for the next generation. In the small, intricate world of a garden, of a meadow, I hold a significant position. I am an apex predator of the insect realm, a small king ruling over my chosen territory of a single bush, of a patch of flowers. My presence alters the behavior of the creatures around me. The constant threat of my sudden strike keeps other insects on high alert. I am a generalist predator. I do not discriminate heavily between pests and beneficial insects. If it is the right size and it moves, it is a potential meal. This makes my role in the ecosystem a complex one. Many gardeners and farmers welcome my presence. They see me as a natural form of pest control, a living insecticide that can help protect their plants. I will readily consume aphids, grasshoppers, caterpillars, other herbivores that can damage crops. People will even purchase my egg cases to release in their gardens, hoping to recruit an army of tiny hunters. But my allegiance is only to my own survival. I am not a discerning guardian of your garden. That same lightning-fast strike that fells a destructive caterpillar will just as easily snatch a honeybee from a blossom. I will eat beneficial pollinators, predatory wasps, harmless butterflies with the same dispassionate efficiency. I am not a simple solution. I am a part of a complex food web, and my impact is indiscriminate. Ultimately, my role is one of balance. By preying on a wide variety of arthropods, I help ensure no single species becomes too dominant. I am also a vital food source for animals higher up the food chain: birds, lizards, spiders, small mammals. I am both the hunter and the hunted, a central player in the perpetual unfolding drama of the food web. So, yeah, that's my place. My interactions with your kind are always curious. You are giants in my world, colossal beings whose movements are slow and predictable. I do not perceive you as a threat in the same way I do a bird, nor do I see you as prey. You exist on a different scale entirely. When you approach, I often remain perfectly still, relying on my camouflage, my first and best line of defense. My head will turn slowly, my large eyes tracking your every move, assessing your intent. This unnerving, intelligent-seeming gaze is often what captivates you, drawing you into my world of stillness and intense observation. People have projected many meanings onto me throughout history. In some cultures, my praying posture has made me a symbol of spirituality, contemplation. In other traditions, my predatory nature and the female's mating habits have earned me a more sinister reputation, femme fatales, ruthless cunning. You see in me what you wish to see: piety, patience, or peril. My true nature, however, is far simpler and more profound than any of these interpretations. I am simply a creature perfected for its purpose. When a human hand is offered, it is a strange, warm landscape. If it is held steady, my innate curiosity may overcome my caution. I will extend a tentative leg, testing the new surface. My feet, equipped with tiny claws, allow me to walk across your skin with a delicate tickling sensation. For many people, this is a moment of quiet thrill, a brief connection with a wildness that is often overlooked. To have a predator as efficient and alien as myself calmly explore your hand is to experience a moment of trust between two vastly different worlds. I will not harm you. You are far too large to be my food. As the night deepens, my hunt continues. A moth drawn to the artificial glow of a nearby window flutters into my range. My body, which has been a statue for so long, finally moves. The strike is a whisper of motion, over in an instant. The world settles back into its quiet rhythm. My existence is not defined by good or evil, by kindness or cruelty. It is a simple, honest contract with nature. I hunt to live, and I live to hunt. I am a vital thread in the grand, chaotic tapestry of life, helping to shape the small world I inhabit. To observe me is to learn a lesson in patience. In your fast-paced world, stillness is a forgotten art. Yet in my stillness there is immense power. It is a state of total awareness, of readiness for the perfect moment to act. I show that great change can come not from frantic effort, but from quiet waiting and a single, decisive move. I demonstrate how blending in, becoming part of your environment, can be a greater strength than standing out. My life is a testament to the idea that there is wisdom in waiting for the right opportunity rather than chasing every possibility. If you should find me in your garden or on your path, do not be afraid. Be still. Watch as I turn my head to look at you, a moment of acknowledgement between two very different forms of life. Notice the way my legs are folded, not in prayer, but in a state of perpetual readiness. You are witnessing a masterpiece of evolution, a creature honed by millions of years to be the perfect hunter of its domain.